So he says, you see, I can't accept him as a prophet. Why? Why? Your Holiness, why? He said, you see, Muhammad had how many wives? 9 wives? Or 11? What's Shamshad there? Our Nabi, how many wives did he have? At one time, at the most? 9. Right. 9 wives. I can't accept a man having 9 wives, a prophet of God. Your Holiness, there's something wrong with you. You are blind. You are blind. In your holy book, the Bible, it speaks about the wisdom of Solomon, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines, 1,000 at a time.
During one of Sheikh Ahmed Deedat's lectures in England, he revealed some fact about a book published by the Pope of the Vatican, entitled Crossing the Threshold of Hope, which talks about Islam. The Pope in his book talks about the Prophet Muhammad, which according to Sheikh Deedat, the Pope has degraded him and has double standards regarding his views on the Prophet Muhammad.
But now I'm saying, Your Holiness, if he was available, if I can have a chat with him, I say, Your Holiness, you devote 4 pages to Islam and you start your chapter. These pamphlets have been given to you all. You must have got them in that packet. If you take them out, you'll see it. Take them out, take them out. It's worth seeing. His Holiness, what he thinks of us. Take out this pamphlet here. It says Muhammad, that beautiful color picture of him. Also you'll see the Pope. You see the Pope says, open the first page, inside, and you see this word Muhammad. See the word Muhammad? You see the word Muhammad? Look, this word Muhammad is not just Muhammad, it's got a question mark. Look. It's got a question mark. What is he questioning? The name? Is this name something abnormal, unnatural? What is it? Why is he putting a question? Muhammad! I said, what's your name? You say Hitler. I said, Hitler? I said, what's your name? You say Saddam. I said, Saddam? In other words, I'm shocked. When I ask you, look, very rhetorical. You say, what's your name? You say Saddam. I said, Saddam? Saddam? You Saddam? No, what is this? I'm shocked. I'm amazed that you are Saddam. How did your father give you the name? When did he give you the name? How old are you? No. So, he's asking the question. Muhammad! Astaghfirullah. Is this how you would have a dialogue? When you would have a dialogue with a person, is that what you're asking? I say, my name is Ahmed Deedat. So Ahmed Deedat. What the hell, man? What's wrong with you? You would have a chat with me. How is that how you treat me? So I said, Your Holiness, you see, you are talking about dialogue. But in this one chapter, 4 pages, you are actually leading the Christians into a war path. He is leading them to war against Islam. He is talking about dialogue in friendliness. We get together over a cup of tea, we sit down and we chat, we discuss difference of opinions. Why this and why do we disagree with you and why do you disagree with me? We chat, we exchange views. No, he's preparing his people for a war against Islam. The world's bestseller now. You see there inside, number 1, marked in red ink on the side, number 1. You see number 1. It reads, whoever knows the Old and the New Testaments and then reads the Quran, whoever knows, not just reading, who knows means who understood the message of the Old Testament and the New Testament, and then reads the Quran, clearly sees the words, process by which it completely reduces divine revelation. The words process by which it completely reduces divine revelation are in italics. You see the type is different. Italic means everything in this book in italics means that the Pope with his own hands, he underlined it for emphasis. These are in italics. Process by which it completely reduces divine revelation. This is what he's telling his Christian readers. Because I don't know how many Muslims have read this. Debases. Reduces means debases, degrades, demotes, diminishes. Divine revelation means God's words. That's what the Quran is doing. That is what the Quran is doing, he says. Telling his people that these are the enemies. The Muslims are the enemies. They degrade divine revelation. I said, I beg your pardon, Your Holiness. This is a dialogue taking place. I beg your pardon, Your Holiness. I says, what are you talking about? You see, if you are in the kindergarten, doing Baba Black Sheep, Ringa Rosie, you start studying, you're schooling A, B, C, D. You start with A, B, and you carry on. You pass your standard 6, you pass your metric, you go into the university, and you get a degree called BA. From A, B you started, and now you reach BA. Now you in the BA, are you degrading that EB classes? AB classes, are you? No, you elevating them from that AB, from the gutter, from Baba Black Sheep, bringing a Rosie, you bring them to the heights of BA, Bachelor of Arts. What you doing? You elevating. You're not diminishing that poor child's education. I says, Your Holiness, what are you doing? Come, Your Holiness, let us see. It says here, the council has also called for the church to have a dialogue with followers of the Prophet. To have a dialogue with followers of the Prophet. Prophet meaning our Nabi Kareem, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And you see that there, I want you to see that in that paper I gave you. Item 4. See item 4 there? In the reading? 4. Right. The council means the Roman Catholic Church, has also called for the church to have a dialogue with followers of the Prophet. But when the Pope is saying that, look at me, he said the council has also called for the church to have a dialogue with the followers of the Prophet. He's doing like that, the Pope. You see my fingers? With the followers of the Prophet. I said, Your Holiness, why do you do it like that? Are your fingers itching? No. You know why he does that? Because the word prophet is in inverted commas. Can you see that? So you can't say inverted commas. You say the followers of the Prophet, meaning inverted commas. You know what it means? Your Holiness, you want to have a dialogue. Let's clarify the terms. Let us talk on what we are talking about, whether we mean the same thing. You said followers of the Prophet. What is that for? What is this? What are you doing? What are you bringing? What is this wings here? What are you flying with? Huh? You know what it means? What that means? What it means? Come, man. What does it mean? Means is not what I say. This is what people say. Prophet is what people say. I don't believe it. So if you would prophet without that inverted commas, it means these are his words. You can say, well, sir, you said you believe him as a prophet. I say, no. The prophet I put in inverted commas, meaning that's what you people say, prophet. I don't say that. These are your words. I'm only quoting hadiths. Look what the guy is doing. And he wants to have a dialogue. Huh? Then on page 43, again, he does the same thing. The Prophet Muhammad, prophet in inverted commas. Twice he puts the word prophet in inverted commas. So why do you do that? You want to have a dialogue. We accept Jesus as one of the mightiest messengers of God. We believe in his miraculous birth, which many modern day Christians, including the bishops of the Anglican Church, they don't believe today. And what we believe that he gave life back to the dead by Allah's permission. He healed those born blind and the lepers by Allah's permission. And you call my prophet, huh? You call my prophet in inverted commas. Why do you do that? Why don't you accept him as a prophet? Let's talk that. You want to have a dialogue? Let's talk that. Sisters, you see, I can't accept him as a prophet. Why? Your Holiness, why? He said, you see, Muhammad had how many wives? 9 wives? Or 11? What's Shamshad there? Our Nabi, how many wives did he have? At one time, at the most? 9. Right. 9 wives. I can't accept a man having 9 wives, a prophet of God. Your Holiness, there's something wrong with you. You are blind. You are blind. In your holy book, the Bible, your Bible says about Solomon the wise. It speaks about the wisdom of Solomon, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines, 1,000 at a time. 1,000, and is described as the Son of God. In the Bible, in your Bible, he's called the Son of God with 1,000 wives and concubines. And that doesn't get stuck in your throat? And 11 gets stuck in your throat? Well, you got double standard. You got double standard. 1,000 wives and concubines, I want to know, he's a wise man. What kind of wisdom is this? Can you imagine if he has one every night? It'll take him 3 years for the first one's turn to come. Do you know that? 3 years, every woman is going to wait 3 years for her second turn. And you call the man wise. Can a man be wise? Holding your wife for 3 years before she gets her turn again. And another one, 3 years, 3 years. Everyone got to wait 3 years. And that doesn't get stuck in your throat. But Muhammad's 9 wives or 11 wives, they're getting stuck in your throat. You got double standards, your holiness. Come back, talk. Oh, you see, he performed no miracles. We start reasoning that the greatest of his miracles, and say, look, I don't see all that. He didn't find the air like a bird, did he? Did he? Did he walk in the water like Jesus? Did he make water into wine? He says, no. But you see, my Jesus did. So Muhammad didn't do all that. So he's disqualified. I said, Your Holiness, you don't know your book, man. Your Jesus, your second part of the Trinity, the second God, number 2, God number 2, Jesus. He is telling about John the Baptist, Yahya alayhi salam. They call him John the Baptist. He said, among those born of women, he's a human being. Among those born of women, there has not risen another greater than John the Baptist. The greatest of the Jewish prophets is John the Baptist, Yahya alayhi salam, according to Jesus, your God. He testifies about John, Yahya alayhi salam, that he is the greatest of the Jewish prophets. And yet he performed no miracles. He performed no miracles. What's wrong with you? And Jesus said, for they, the false prophets, shall arise, for they shall arise many false prophets and false Christs, who will show you great signs and wonders, if it were possible to deceive the very elect. So, prophet, for miracles is no proof that even a man is a man of God or a man of truth. What are you talking about? Come, let us have a dialogue. And I want you, my brothers and sisters, to master these little pieces. Get these tapes, get this book, £5 each, or one free. £5 each and one free. And arm yourself with knowledge that you can talk. As the Qari read, utuh ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati. Invite all to the ways of thy Lord with wisdom. Wal maw'izatil hasanati, and with beautiful preaching. Wajadilhum billati ahsan, and reason with them in the ways that are best and most gracious.